What was your favorite game as a kid? The thrill of hide and seek? The chaos of tag? Or just running around aimlessly until someone called you in for dinner? The musical I wrote with my friends is called Capture the Flag. But funny enough, I never actually played it growing up. Even though I never played Capture the Flag, I did have an experience. Something that made me really connect with the characters in this story. Jay, Georgie, Cairo, Ren, and Leighton. At one point in my life, I felt stuck. Not moving forward, not moving backward, just standing still, alone. Now, I think staying still isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes there's comfort in it. You need time in stillness to wait for answers or to unplug from the noise of the world. But eventually, I knew I had to take a step. Not necessarily forward or backward, just a step. Not necessarily to figure out where I'm going, but taking a step even when I can't see the way. That's where the idea of this musical came alive for me. When I was starting to write the songs, that was, I think, about a year ago, around this winter time. Whenever I felt stuck, crying at the piano, questioning everything, I turned to Stephen Sondheim. His words reminded me why I love storytelling through music. Sondheim once said, "Content dictates form." It's such a simple idea, but it changed everything for me. He believed that the story and the characters should shape the music, not the other way around. And that's how I approached Capture the Flag. Every song had to reflect the characters' emotions and their journeys. And to somehow connect each character musically, the same musical motif might appear throughout the score, but it would shift melodically, rhythmically, or through chord progressions. Capture the Flag is about friendship, adventure, and finding your way. It's about taking that next step, whatever that looks like for you. In the next few videos, I'll share how we crafted the songs, the choices we made, and how the music and story came to life. But for now, I'll leave you with a lyric from one of our songs, Letters, written by Megan Faye Hansen. Letters are the things we put together when words are not enough. Yes, letters are important, but words are always tough. If there's one small thing that I've learned from being on this earth, it's take the time to love people and let them know their worth. Every musical opens with something. An overture, a prologue, or a prelude. But why? Why do these choices matter, and how do they set the tone for the story that's about to unfold? Today, let's talk about beginnings. Let's start with overtures. I remember going to the theatre to see The King and I and hearing the orchestra play the overture before the story began. The audience was settling in, flipping through their programs, and you could feel the excitement building as the music filled the theatre. An overture is like a musical trailer. It's an instrumental piece that gives the audience a sneak peek at the melodies they'll hear later in the show. The most common approach is to feature a medley of key songs. The overture of West Side Story begins with the Jets and Sharks ensemble lines from Tonight. This bold opening sets the stage for the gang rivalry at the heart of the story. From there, the overture transitions into one of two key romantic themes, Maria or Somewhere. Both melodies serve a similar purpose. They capture the hope, love, and longing central to Tony and Maria's relationship. Finally, the overture bursts into the high-energy mambo theme, full of rhythm and excitement, reflecting the vibrancy and cultural clashes in the story. What's interesting is, not all overtures come first. Sometimes, they follow the prologue instead, as in The Phantom of the Opera and Follies. It's a bit like in movies where you see an action-packed scene first, and then the opening credits roll. For example, The Phantom of the Opera opens with a somber prologue set in the future, or the present, where the chandelier is auctioned. Only after this does the overture explode into its iconic organ melody, pulling the audience back in time to the opera house's vibrant past. Similarly, Follies begins with ghostly figures moving through a decayed theatre before the overture immerses us in its music. While overtures focus on setting the mood through music, prologues take a more narrative approach. Let's explore how they dive straight into the story. In Les Mis, the prologue is all about storytelling. We're introduced to Jean Valjean as a prisoner just before his release. This moment, paired with his first encounter with Javert, sets up the major conflict of the show: Jean Valjean's quest for redemption versus Javert's relentless pursuit of justice. Now, let's move on to preludes. These are shorter, instrumental openings that focus entirely on setting the mood. The prelude in Sweeney Todd is unforgettable. Dark, spooky, and organ-heavy, it sets a chilling atmosphere from the first note. Without introducing characters or plot, it immerses the audience in a world of mystery and vengeance. With all this talk about overtures, prologues, and preludes, let's dive into how we approach the opening of Capture the Flag. In Capture the Flag, the prologue opens with Georgie standing alone on stage. She's surrounded by silence, darkness, and something feels off. The audience doesn't yet know what's happened to her, but they can sense it. The prologue begins with Georgie's motif, a melody that reappears in the final song at once. Then comes the step motif, a musical element representing her journey, and also other characters' journeys. The prologue's unresolved key changes create discomfort, with no true home chord. This mirrors Georgie's emotional state and sets the tone for her journey. By the end of the musical, this tension resolves as Georgie learns something meaningful through the challenges and connections she faces along the way. What's your favourite opening style in musical theatre? Do you prefer the grandeur of overtures, the storytelling of prologues, or the atmosphere of preludes? In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the first song, the opening number. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Opening numbers. They are the hello, the first handshake, the invitation to the world of a musical. Stephen Sondheim, in his book Look, I Made a Hat, explains that an opening number serves to tell the audience everything they need to know about the show. It sets the tone, introduces the style, and establishes the expectations, while making the audience glad they came. Its ultimate goal is to captivate the audience, ensuring they feel, from the very first note, that they're about to experience something truly memorable. Let's talk about Capture the Flag and its opening number at once. This song introduces the characters through Jay's voice, establishing him as the leader of the group. It begins light-hearted and playful, but like any other great opening number, it carries deeper emotional layers. It hints at unresolved tensions within the group and subtle secrets that Jay may be hiding, which gradually unravel as the story progresses. Let's dive deeper into the opening number.
Hi, I'm Jay. Nice to meet you, you too. This is the story of my friends and I, going from the age at 17, going forwards, backwards, left, right, and around again to a delightful reprise with some lyric changes. You're gonna love it. Now for our starting number, introducing all the characters. Our starting number, introducing all the characters. That's your cue. The nicest people I've ever met, the nicest people I'll never forget. It was love at first sight. I fell overnight. I had loved G for a long time. It wasn't till then I fell for what we could want and never say again. G, a loyal friend. He's really great, but doesn't play pretend. Kai, the real tryhard. Not so extraordinary, but a real wild card. Lee, well, Lee is so smart. A perfect intellectual with a passion for art. And Ren is always on your team. Your number one supporter, no matter the dream. And Jay, well, I'm the sunshine. I'd say something else nice, but I can't think of a rhyme. Capture the flag, we'll play capture the flag and show them all the good things that how the world turns together. Now until the end, forever and ever. On separate teams, but our bond will grow stronger. Once we were alone, but not any longer. Life can be just a game. Happiness I cannot name. And there's laughter, and there's love, so much love. And that's why we play. And that's when we play. And that's why we play. And that's when we'll play. Capture the flag.
I think the beauty of a great opening number is that it's not just the beginning or just an introduction. It's an invitation for the audience to step into the character's world. It plants subtle, meaningful clues So, when the last song plays, everything falls into place. That's when you realize why those lines were sung in the opening. And it might even make you want to rewatch, discovering layers you didn't catch the first time. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video where we'll explore duets in musical theatre. Bye for now. Duets in musical theatre reveal relationships, emotional tension, and character growth. Some express love, others explore deep friendships, and some depict conflict. For example, Take Me to the World from Evening Primrose is filled with longing as two characters dream of breaking free from their isolated existence. Move On from Sunday in the Park with George urges an artist to embrace uncertainty and continue forward. These duets don't just express emotions, they drive characters toward change. Duets allow characters to engage with each other in real time, bringing their struggles and emotions to the forefront. In Capture the Flag, On Demand, it could be interpreted as a friendship song where friends talk about their friendships, but as a composer, I focused on portraying one friend reaching out while the other hides, contrasting while highlighting the tension between the characters.
Yeah, just thinking. Overthinking. What about it? You have no feathers, and I'm supposed to not give a damn, but I do. And so should you. I'm not best friend, a casual person, but I'm yet to run into the version of me, the one that doesn't care. I don't dare. These people don't know you like I do. Sure, they ask questions, but I see through. You act like you're okay, but don't look at me that way. You're a mess. We're all a mess. But hey, you have people to share your time with. Friends you can count on one hand. You know exactly how much you have to give. The family on demand. I know I have no plan, but look, I'll be fine. I've been through it all. I get over it in time, and like you say, now things are different. A group of people to listen that aren't indifferent. But you're indifferent about yourself, which makes me sad. This love for all our friends of ours is not so bad. But I wish you had the same love for you, the way that I do. We have people to share our time with, friends we can count on one hand. I know exactly how much I have to give. A family on demand. Once we were two, but add on a few, because we set out and we formed something new. It was my life, a special occasion. All the stars in the sky could meet this constellation. I'm the best friend, and I'm the best friend too. And there's no one I'd rather be on this adventure with than them and you.
What makes On Demand special is its subtle nuances that reveal the depth of these two characters' relationship. Something is clearly wrong with Jay, and Georgie knows it. This duet centers on their dynamic, drawing attention to their bond before shifting focus to the struggles of their other friends. In the next video, we'll dive into the songs of Cairo, Ren, and Leighton, exploring their struggles, unique perspectives, and how they fit into the narrative. In musical theatre, two of the most essential types of songs are the I want song and the I am song. These terms help define a character's role in the story and the emotional journey they take. I want songs express a character's desires, goals, or ambitions, what they long for but don't yet have. They are usually placed early in a musical and help us connect with the protagonist. Think of Part of Your World in The Little Mermaid, where Ariel dreams of a different life, or My Shot in Hamilton, where he declares his ambition. On the other hand, I am songs tell us exactly who a character is right now. Instead of expressing a desire for change, these songs define them. Don Quixote, in Man of La Mancha, where he declares his identity and mission, or I Belong to Me from Elizabeth is another strong example where Elizabeth reclaims her autonomy and asserts her independence. These songs solidify a character's identity and help the audience understand their current emotional state. So, how does Capture the Flag use these song types? The show features 3 songs that fit into this discussion, each offering a unique take on musical theatre conventions. Let's start with Cairo's Not Very Anything.
What's something that makes you stand out from other candidates?
What do you mean?
What's something you excel at? Something you enjoy? Nothing?
I'm average. So bloody average.
Maybe,
And then there's me, not up there intellectually or athletically, and nothing. Maybe I'm not very anything. That's what everyone always says. It's supposed to be a compliment, meaning I could go any which way. I'm so average at everything that I could do anything. That's what they say. I have no direction, yet I'm meant to be on my way.
Ren's song, The Very First Game, on the other hand, is not about longing, it's about identity. So I think we could call it It's an I Am song.
Oh, tight. I'm a big fan. The very first game, though it might seem a little lame, was the moment I realized we belonged together. I've never felt more accepted than that first day. Da 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 da. That was our game, and today's we play. felt like forever. Back then, I'd never known anything better. And every year you'd write me a letter saying, isn't it great? We're all here together. That was our game, and today's when we play. The very first game, the very first game, the very first game. Hi guys.
Let's move on to Leighton's song, Just Mine. Leighton's song is an I am song, though it carries elements of internal conflict.
I'll be fine. Fine is never finally. You can talk about it. I know, it's just, I'm under so much pressure at the minute at uni and it all just feels like a lot. A lot, it's never that much when you can handle it. And I feel like I've not got a handle on it. I just stand and open the bonnet and it explodes. Too far down the road to ever turn back. I'm off track. How do I explain? I'm seeing someone, but it isn't getting better. And I'm something, but I'm still writing the letter. Tossing and turning and I'm yearning to be found. But a lot is a lot and all of it is fun.
Songs in musical theatre do more than just entertain. They reveal character, deepen emotional stakes, and shape the storytelling. Especially I Want songs and I Am songs, these songs serve as windows into the characters' deepest emotions, shaping their arcs and enriching the audience's understanding of their journeys. What makes a great group number? Group numbers in musicals aren't just about having many people on stage at once. They bring the story to life by showing relationships, emotions, and how a community evolves together. Some group numbers introduce the world of the show. These songs establish the setting, tone, and values of the characters, immersing the audience in their world. Others capture excitement and competition. These numbers are fast-paced and full of urgency, pulling the audience into the action and stakes of the moment. Some group numbers thrive on overlapping voices, creating a rich, layered sound. These songs don't just feature multiple voices, they showcase contrast, allowing different perspectives, emotions, and motivations to coexist. And then there are songs that bring everyone together. These moments are powerful because they create unity, both among the characters on stage and between the performance and the audience, whether through reflection, shared emotion, or a celebration of time and memory. These songs leave a lasting impact. Group numbers are important because they move the story forward by presenting multiple perspectives at once. They heighten emotions, whether through excitement, tension, or catharsis, by contrasting the emotional states of different characters. And also, they connect the audience to the ensemble. Like the chorus in ancient Greek theatre, ensembles often act as a bridge between the audience and the main characters, providing insight into the protagonist's journey. through their reactions and interactions. And now, let's explore the group numbers in Capture the Flag. Let's start with Capture the Flag. In this number, the characters immerse themselves in the rules of the game, led by Jay. The music is fast-paced and rhythmic, mimicking the tension and movement of the game itself. While the song may seem light-hearted on the surface, it also reflects deeper themes of why they play Capture the Flag and highlights a moment of Georgie's want and need.
Tyke, if you would.
Now the rules of the game are really quite easy. You'll pick it up in a minute. It's easy peasy. Have 2 flags and an objective. If you get lost, just follow my directive. Rule 1. Divide into teams. Guide. All the promises are broken. The rules are unspoken. The possibilities wide open. When play Capture the Flag.
The world may turn, but we'll be together. We'll play till the end, forever and ever. On separate teams, but we have one another. This group is my home. I'll never need any other.
Got the flag, got it in the bag. And that's how we play. And that's when you play. Capture the Flag.
Onto the next song, Hi, How Are You? This song highlights emotional disconnection through a group chat conversation. The overlapping lines and spacing between their words mirror the tension between them, showing their individual struggles to communicate. While the song feels as though their tensions have been resolved, the dissonance in the harmony reveals that something remains unresolved beneath it all.
Okay, hi friends. No, that sounds weird. Hey gang. No,
Hi, how are you? Long time no see. What's everyone up to?
they're not replying. Give it a minute.
Hi, how are you?
I know I've been a bad friend, but I want to call a truce. Please accept my apology.
Okay. If that's the truth, this time next year, we are. Hi, how are you? Long time no see. What's everyone up to?
And letters. In this song, through something or someone, the characters begin to listen, reflect, and slowly come together in harmony. The song builds and builds through key changes and dynamics into a unified sound, illustrating how shared experiences and learning from one another allow them to finally reconnect as a group.
If there's one small thing that I've learned from being on this earth, is take the time to love people and let them know their worth. It can be more than you know. I've been looking for someone to lean on.
much I needed them today. And it will never be enough for me to explain how much I needed them today.
Each of these songs plays a vital role in the emotional arc of Capture the Flag, moving the characters from competition to conflict and then to resolution. Through music, we see how relationships shift and how, even in difficult times, we can find ways to reconnect. On the stage, there's Georgie. We don't know who she is or what brought her here just yet. We only know that something is wrong, and this is how Capture the Flag begins. One character, one moment, suspended in time. The music beneath her is fragile, hesitant, unresolved. The music doesn't quite settle. The question remains unanswered. Throughout the story, the step motif appears again and again, threading its way through every character's journey. A step is a melody or a chord sequence that moves but never quite arrives, like a breath held in, like a thought left incomplete. But in the final scene, something shifts. At Once is a song Jay sings at the beginning, introducing his friends and why they play Capture the Flag. It was his voice, his moment, his story. But now, in the final scene, Georgie sings it, and then, one by one, her friends join in. Ren, Cairo, and Leighton. The song no longer belongs just to Jay. It belongs to all of them. This final song encapsulates the emotional and thematic resolution of Capture the Flag. The game itself was never just a game. It was a symbol of connection, memory, and a way for the characters to hold on to something that mattered to them. They played to stay together, to create a space where their friendships, their emotions, and their shared experiences could live on. The step motif mirrors this journey. It has been present throughout the musical, always moving but never quite arriving. Just like the characters struggling with uncertainty and change. But in this final moment, when they sing At Once together, the motif finally resolves. The steps that were hesitant before are now taken with confidence, not necessarily because all the answers are clear, but because they've chosen to keep moving forward, together. This moment gives both the characters and the audience a sense of closure, not by erasing the past, but by showing that the past, present, and future can coexist in a meaningful way. It's not about letting go, but about carrying forward. And for the first time, the step motif fully resolves with this final chord. The music lands where it was always meant to. The uncertainties and mysteries in life will always remain, but it no longer holds them back. The characters have learned to take the next step, to move on.
Goodbye, Jay. The nicest person I've ever met. The nicest person I'll never forget. The best thing in my life. It felt so right. I had loved Jay for a long time, but it wasn't until then. My life changed all at once, and I'll never be the same again. Capture the flag, when we play capture the flag. We never realized the good thing we teams, but not any longer. It may take a while, but will only grow stronger. Life is no longer a game. Only fight cannot make. There's friendship and there's love, so much love, and that's why we play. And that's when we play. And that's why we play. And that's when we play. Capture the flag.
And this is how Capture the Flag ends. Friends gathered together. Thank you all for watching this series of video essays on Capture the Flag. I hope you've come to love the story and the characters as much as I have. For the past 2 years, I've spent time getting to know them, living with them, and understanding them. In a way, maybe these videos were my way of saying goodbye to Jay, Georgie, Cairo, Ren, and Leighton. But like the story itself teaches us, goodbyes aren't just endings, they're also steps forward. So, until next time, see you again, bye bye.